You're being watched.
It's really happening. Oh my.
Wait, you're here. Officer down.
Hit him.
Hosted by Sean Sticks Larkin.
You know you're on camera, right?
Welcome to Crime Cam 24/7. You may not think of delivering pizza as a dangerous job, but it comes with certain risks. Since the drivers often carry cash, they can become targets for criminals looking to steal their money, or sometimes even more, like the actual delivery car.
Corpus Christi, Texas. Thursday, April 24th, 2020, 3:36 p.m.
A dash camera captures a Domino's pizza driver out on a delivery run. When he arrives at the location, he leaves the car running, gets out, grabs the pizzas from the back seat, then walks away from the car to make the delivery. Seconds later, the camera captures a man approaching the car on the passenger side. And then, after walking around the front of the car off camera, he hops into the driver's seat. Without hesitation, he throws the running car in reverse, then jumps a curb as he speeds away. The man appears amped not only from the heist, but perhaps from something in his system that's causing a visible sweat ring around his neck. With his adrenaline running high, he speeds to a parking lot.
I'm real work, bitch. Fuck.
Hits another curb,
Go get yourself.
then drives across the grass, cutting right into traffic on the road.
Hell, bitch.
A little further up the road, perhaps believing the coast is clear, he gives himself a little pat on the back.
There's that car fucking jacked, ho. Woo!
But that excitement is short-lived once he checks his side view mirror and sees a police car.
Oh, it's a cop. Holy shit!
Now in panic mode, he fumbles with his seatbelt as a police SUV pulls up right behind him. The suspect tries to play it cool, easing along with traffic until
Holy fuck!
the officer lights him up and turns on the sirens.
I'm so screwed! Oh, it's so fucking screwed, man.
The suspect makes his way off the main road and pulls into a lot, eventually coming to a stop. Moments later, the officer approaches him from behind.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Take Highway Patrol. Reason for you to stop you, you changed lanes over there, kind of went unsafe. You got your license prevention on you?
No, sir, I have it available right now, sir. I apologize.
Say again?
I don't have it on.
You don't mind keep your hands up?
Yeah, I just do my feet on stock. I apologize, sir. Yeah, no, I don't have my...
Appearing nervous and fumbling for words, it's not looking very good for the suspect.
You got your ID on you?
I don't have anything on me right now. I just go to the store, brother.
Okay.
With no ID and no way to explain why he's driving a Domino's pizza delivery vehicle, this guy is skating on thin ice.
You on any type of drugs, any influence?
No, sir. I'm completely on sober 100%.
Okay. All right, what I'm asking right now, because I know you're kind of sweating and those.
Yeah, it's hot, brother.
Okay.
I was just outside.
Things don't seem to be adding up, but after the officer goes to his car and comes back, he only hands the suspect a driving citation. And shockingly, allows the man to move along.
Tripping, homie. What the fuck?
Even the suspect can't believe his luck.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Given an inexplicable second chance, the car thief continues on his joyride. and presses his luck even further by propositioning a woman to join him in the stolen vehicle.
You need a ride? You need a ride? She was fine, bro.
He does eventually spot the camera that's been recording the entire time
Oh, shit.
and pulls it off the windshield. A few hours later, police catch up and arrest 29-year-old Jonathan Lindholm. He was charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and was also in violation of his probation for a previous crime. Prosecutors later dropped the unauthorized use of a motor vehicle charge, and instead, Lindholm is sentenced to 10 years in prison for violating his probation. As for the stolen vehicle, it was returned to the delivery driver without damage.
Prepare for more feeds.
Domestic crimes, especially those involving children, can be some of the most emotionally charged incidents that officers face. In this video, police are responding to a mother's urgent call that her 1-year-old son was just abducted at gunpoint by the boy's father following a domestic dispute. Be advised, this next story may be disturbing to some viewers.
Palm Coast, Florida. Tuesday, September 27th, 2022, 6:23 p.m.
After leading police on a car chase, officers engaged the suspect after he exited his vehicle holding his young son.
Show me your fucking hands, dude! Put the baby down! Put the kid down!
Backed against the wall, the suspect loosely holds the boy with one arm.
Put the kid down!
But after one officer draws his taser, the man begins using his own child as a shield. From the other side, an officer with a canine closes off his escape route. But when he refuses to release the child, the officer holding the taser pulls the trigger. The electric shock causes the suspect to fall forward, yet he somehow manages to shield the child from hitting the ground. Reaching in, the officer who fired the taser grabs the boy by the arm and pulls him to safety. As the officer consoles the child, the suspect can be seen crawling out from underneath the vehicle where he's taken cover.
Go deploy, dog kick under the truck. Stop, dude!
But instead of obeying officers, the man gets to his feet and begins to walk away. Behind him, the canine handler keeps hold of his dog until it becomes clear the suspect isn't going down without a fight. After two officers fail to get him on the ground, the canine pulls him down by the leg. As the child calls out for his father, a bystander steps in and takes him so the officer can help get control of the situation. In all, 6 officers pile on the suspect, but he continues to resist.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased!
Officers eventually subdue and arrest 27-year-old Brandon Lehner. He's charged with crimes including kidnapping, using a minor as a shield, resisting with violence, and child neglect. The 1-year-old boy was not injured during the incident. Lehner is currently out on bail awaiting trial.
Houston, Texas. Sunday, September 25th, 2016, 4:30 a.m.
Multiple security cameras are rolling at Carter's Country Guns and Ammo store when outside, a truck is seen slowly backing up to the entrance. Strung over the tailgate, a metal chain gives a clue for what's to come. Then out of the dark, a mob emerges. In all, 10 men gather around the rear of the vehicle while one connects an additional length of chain to the piece that's already attached to the truck. While holding the chain in one hand, this man uses a hammer to break the door glass and ties the chain around the center section of the metal security gate. Then, as soon as he lets go of the chain, the driver hits the gas. With exhaust fumes and tire smoke clouding the camera, the driver backs up and takes another rip. The second tug jerks the entire metal gate from the storefront. And without hesitation, the horde of suspects funnel in. The suspects divide up, each appearing to have his own job. These guys smash open the handgun display cases. And behind them, 4 suspects follow along, grabbing the guns and putting them in bags, pockets, or anywhere else they'll fit. At the other end of the store, 2 men rush behind the counter. And seconds later, one reappears carrying an armful of rifles. Now keep an eye on the suspect with the red bag. Starting from just this point, we'll keep track of how many handguns he collects. That's 18 handguns lifted by just one person, and the crew isn't done yet. Behind the counter, they load up on more long guns. Before taking off into the night. In under 2 minutes, the smash and grab squad makes it out with more than 50 guns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition, worth an estimated $47,000. The massive heist garners the attention of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and just 2 days later, they arrest 3 suspects. The investigation remains open, and the District Attorney's Office states, "We cannot comment on the existence or lack thereof of any potential investigation or case on any matter, not otherwise a part of the public court record." According to data compiled by the Wall Street Journal, there's a direct correlation between the increase in gun thefts and rising crime rates in the U.S. While many guns are stolen from licensed dealers in the U.S., as we just saw in our last story, a vast majority of the hundreds of thousands of firearms stolen each year are taken from private owners.
Prepare for next feed.
When police engage in vehicle pursuits, they follow protocols designed to help keep themselves, the general public, and even the people they're chasing as safe as possible.
Cumming, Georgia. Saturday, August 6th, 2020, 5:58 p.m.
Forsyth County Sheriff's deputies are tailing a silver sedan on the highway. The vehicle matches the description of a getaway car used by a group of shoplifters who just fled a local mall. After running the car's plate, officers confirm it is the car they're looking for. When officers hit the lights and sirens, the driver signals like they're going to pull over. But instead, they accelerate and change lanes.
We're southbound just before 13.
The car reaches speeds of more than 80 miles per hour. Before finally pulling over to the shoulder.
Driver, get out of the car.
Despite the officer's instructions, the driver makes a break for it.
You ready there? Taking off on me on southbound.
But the officer has a trick up his sleeve. for just such an occasion. After catching up with the car, the deputy eases along the passenger side and looks for an opportunity to use what's known as a pit maneuver.
A pursuit immobilization technique maneuver causes the fleeing vehicle to spin out by forcing the rear end in the opposite direction of travel.
And this one is textbook. The well-placed bump sends the car sliding backwards into a grass embankment, ultimately disabling the vehicle.
Native pit.
The successful stop means no high-speed chase for the officers and no other innocent drivers are put at risk.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Yeah, I got him. Driver, step out! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Face away from me and walk backwards through me. Walk backwards. Back to me. Back.
The driver of the vehicle, later identified as 27-year-old Rinaldia Stevens, was arrested without further incident and charged with fleeing or attempting to elude, reckless driving, and possession of marijuana. Two occupants in the car, Jasmine Canty and Deshauna Hurd, were both arrested and charged with felony shoplifting. The original reason the women were fleeing police. A fourth passenger, Marquita Thomas, was charged with second-degree forgery in connection to the mall thefts. The suspects are awaiting trial.
Have you captured a crime on camera? Please send your videos and tips to crimecam247@lawnews.com. Prepare for more feeds.
In this next video, you'll see that not even cameras, employees, or a store's second-floor location inside a busy mall deter a group of smash-and-grab criminals, although they can run into some other obstacles.
Pleasanton, California. Monday, November 13th, 2017, 8:20 p.m.
It's 40 minutes until closing time at this jewelry store when a group of masked men rush in. At the front, this man sends a jet of pepper spray towards employees behind the counter just off camera, forcing them to retreat to a back room. Meanwhile, an accomplice with a hammer goes to work on a display case. Behind him, one employee tries to make a move to the back room, but is turned away by the pepper spray. It's looking like a textbook smash and grab, but there's just one problem. The display case is made of shatterproof glass.
Double-layered, tempered showcase glass can be up to 300 times stronger than traditional glass.
After a few more failed attempts, the leadoff hitter gives up and passes the hammer to the next guy on deck. Despite scoring a few style points for this spinning delivery, not even a second designated hitter can penetrate the reinforced glass. Looking defeated, the crooks flee with nothing except their broken pride. Police were unable to ID the suspects from the video and no arrests have been made. Luckily, no one was injured, and the would-be thieves didn't get away with a single one of the Rolex watches that they wanted so badly to steal.
Queens, New York. Sunday, October 2nd, 2022, 6:15 a.m.
A high-mount camera captures a sleepy fall morning outside a Bangladeshi restaurant in the Queensboro of New York City. A man standing outside the gated restaurant appears to anxiously look around, scoping out his surroundings. As a pedestrian walks by a few yards away, the man leans down and picks up a bucket and heaves liquid through the security gate protecting the restaurant. Takes out a pack of matches and after dousing the entrance in gasoline, the man stands far too close to the liquid and pays the price. A ball of flames envelops the sidewalk and the man, who runs off camera, shoes ablaze. Moments later, a bystander appears, attempting to douse the flames with roughly 12 ounces of liquid from a can. This, of course, does nothing to squelch the blaze. Police and fire investigators initiated a manhunt for the arson suspect. 2 weeks later, they arrested 49-year-old Shorpel Norbu, charging him with arson, mischief, and reckless endangerment. His reason for the firebomb? Norbu admitted to police that he was drunk at the time of the incident and angry about a botched order of chicken biryani the night before. Due to criminal justice reforms in New York City, Norbu was released without bail the day after his arrest. The restaurant suffered $1,500 in damages to the facade and air conditioning unit. Norbu's case is pending trial. That's all for this episode of Crime Cam 24/7. I'm Sean Six Larkin. Thanks for watching.